So you want to make this viral recipe, but you either can't find the ingredients or they're just too expensive. So let me show you what I did. Let's get saucy. Hey foodie friends, so let's go ahead and get right into this. Now, I wanted to make that viral chocolate bar that's been all over social media. If you're on social media, I'm sure you've seen it. But a couple of things. I didn't find any pistachio butter or cream in any stores near me. And looking on Amazon, it was like anywhere from $14 to $20 a jar. And the same thing with the kataifi. So what I did was I made my own pistachio cream, really simple and easy. I'll show you that in another video. But then instead of the kataifi, I decided to try out some shredded wheat. So looking at it, I was like, oh, it's kind of the same texture, it's kind of the same shape. I wonder if I crunch this up into little bits and use it in the filling, how that will work. So here we go, let's see what I did. So after I made my after I made my pistachio cream, like I said, I took some of this shredded wheat and I crushed it up into small bits, and then I mixed the pistachio cream in with that to make my filling. So the pistachio cream, after I finished it, was a little bit thicker than I wanted it to be, so I did add a little bit more heavy cream to it just to thin it out a little bit to make it mix in better with the shredded wheat. So set that to the side, and then I went to melting my chocolate. So I just melted a little bit of white chocolate in a bowl in the microwave just for some decoration on top. Do that if you want, don't do that. Most of the recipes I've seen have some sort of white chocolate on them, but you don't like white chocolate, then just leave it off. And then I did try, I'll say try to temper my chocolate for the shell. So I like dark chocolate. I really love the Trader Joe's Pound Plus dark chocolate bar. So I used half of that for my chocolate. So I melted that down in the double boiler, and I say tried to temper it because my thermometer was kind of all over the place every time I tried to check the temperature. So if you want to do that, you want to bring your chocolate up to about 115 degrees and then add in some more chopped chocolate. That's called the seed chocolate. That's going to start those crystals aligning and bring it down to somewhere between 81 to 84 degrees, and then bring it back up to about 89 to 91 degrees, and keep it around that 89 to 91 degree temperature while you're using it. And if it works out, that should be a nice, snappy, shiny chocolate for you. So once that's done, I took my molds. I have these little dome-shaped molds, little round molds, and I painted a strip of white chocolate across in a diagonal. And then from there, I popped that back in the fridge to chill down for a little bit while I finished tempering my dark chocolate. And then I brought that out and I filled each individual sphere with some of the dark chocolate. And I tried to make sure I got it as even as possible, bringing it all the way up to the sides, and get a nice kind of thin-ish even coating of the dark chocolate. And then I popped that in the freezer to set up. I gave that about maybe 5 to 10 minutes in the freezer till it firmed up nice and hard. And then we pull that back out, all right? And so now we're gonna take our filling and fill them with our filling. So about, say, a tablespoon, a good heaping tablespoon of filling per each one. Now, if you're using a chocolate bar, mold, you just fill it up, or whatever mold you're using, fill it up so that you have enough space that you can put some chocolate on top, and it's gonna kind of seal around the edges. And then once each mold is filled, we will take some more of our dark chocolate, put it on the bottom, and smooth it out to the sides. And then I'm gonna pop those in the fridge now for probably like 15 minutes, in the freezer first for about 15 minutes, let them get nice and firm before we try to unmold them. And while that is happening, I will go ahead and get cleaned up everything, and I will come back here and we will unmold them and see what happens, see if they're any good. I hope they will be. All right, foodie friends, so we are back. Here are my molds. They don't look so great on the bottom, but that doesn't matter because it's the bottom. So, it's going to be on the plate or whatever anyway. Plus, we're just going to eat them, so who cares? But let's see how easily these unmold. So these are little silicone molds. Hopefully these will pop right out without any problems. Hey, look at that. So pop these right out. They look great. They do have a kind of a nice shine to them. Hopefully, well, you can see chocolate melting all over my fingers already, so maybe my tempering didn't quite work. So here are the first 6, and they look nice. You can see the little white chocolate swoosh stripe I put across the top. So I'm going to grab a knife here and cut one of these. And look at that. So that's what the center looks like. So I got a decent shell on there, maybe a little too thick, but I like chocolate, so let's see how this tastes. It's actually really good. Now, the shredded wheat, I don't know, because I've not done this with the kataifi. The shredded wheat's not really crunchy, so I think it absorbed a lot of that that pistachio cream and kind of softened up a bit. So if you've made this with the kataifi, maybe let me know in the comments. Does the kataifi stay crispy in there, or does it kind of get a little bit soft as well? Flavor-wise, it's really good. Maybe the dark chocolate overpowers the pistachio a little bit, but I love chocolate. And I was thinking about making this version of this with peanut butter too, because I love chocolate and peanut butter, but I feel like this is pretty good. I mean, it's flavorful, snappy chocolate, that pistachio filling. You do get the pistachio. Like I said, it's not, the dark chocolate may be a little bit too much, so maybe that's why everybody uses milk chocolate, but I still like it this way. So, all right, foodie friends, thanks as always for joining me here on Getting Saucy with Chef Lynn. Check the description box below for a link to the full written recipe. As always, you can follow me across all social media at Chef Lynn Wheeler, and yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys next time. They're still really good.